Hi, and thanks for joining us for our class today. So today we're going to do a leg focus workout. So we're going to focus on strengthening and stretching through our legs. So I hope you enjoy the class. Remember, always go to a level that suits you. And when you're ready, we'll get started. Okay, so we'll get started. So we're going to bring our toes apart and those heels apart, so those feet at that hip width distance. So just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight, come to the fronts of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just gently forwards and back, nice and slowly. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so that weight's going nice and evenly down through your feet. Knees are soft, hands up onto that pelvis, and very gently we're going to tilt that pelvis forward and tilting it back. So just gently forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So again, that pelvis in that nice and neutral position. That core's gently engaged, those ribs soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long. Lovely. Okay, so let's just warm up with some gentle chest opening. So elbows into your side, neck long. We'll take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to open those arms wide and then fold back. Good. As you open those arms wide, just gently squeeze the shoulder blades gently back. Opening out, squeezing gently back and forwards. Good. Good. So just opening out through that chest. Just kind of stretching those pecs to the front a little bit as well. Good. And again, opening out and back. Lovely. Now we're going to add in that Cleopatra movement. So we're going to open out, reach those arms away and then fold back in. Good. Opening out, reaching away. Now at the same time, if you can, as we open out, we're going to come up onto those toes and control lowering down. Good. So we're just kicking in those calves and controlling that balance a little bit as well. Opening out, fold back, nice and controlled together. Reaching away, folding back. Good. Reach away and fold back. Lovely. And again, opening out and folding back. Good. Neck staying nice and long still. That core's gently engaged just to help with that balance as you're lifting up and controlling that lower. Lovely. Reaching away and back down. Okay, let's just do last few here. Opening out, reaching away, folding back. Good. Opening out and folding back. Lovely. One more time. Reach the arms away and controlling back down. Good. Relax the arms down. Now we're going to make these feet a little bit wider. So we're going to go out again and then those toes out. So we're in that kind of 45-degree angle. Okay. So we're going to reach those hands up to the ceiling and we're going to drop down into this side plie. And we're going to reach over, opposite side, back to the center. Reach those hands up as we come back up. Good. So we're going to drop down, hands behind your head. Reaching over, just little side bend, back to the center, reach up together. Good. Dropping down, side bend here. And reaching up, well done. Dropping down, side bend, back to the center and reach up, well done. Dropping down, reaching over and the opposite side and lift up, well done. And again, drop down, reach over, little side bend here, keeping in that squat as we do it if you can. So dropping down, side bend, back to the center, reach up, well done. Drop down, side bend here and again and reach up. Let's do that one last time. So dropping down, side bend, opposite side, and then reaching up and coming back down with those arms. Now with our legs, we're going to swivel and turn around to one way. So now my toes are pointing forwards and we're going to drop down into a little lunge here. So dropping down and lifting up. If you can, let's raise our arms and lower down. Drop down and lift up. Still keep that core engaged. Drop down, lift up. Dropping down, lift up here. Well done. Good. And back. Drop down, lifting up. Excellent. Last few here. Good. And let's do one last one. And then lift out. Good. So we're going to rotate those feet back to that front and then we're going to go around the opposite way. So swivel those feet, toes pointing forwards. And then we're going to drop down again into that lunge. Good. Dropping down, lift up. If you can, we'll add those arms, lifting as we lower down. Well done. Keep that core engaged And those knees going forwards, okay? We're trying to keep those still going over those toes. Dropping down, lifting up. So keeping that alignment of the body. Well done. Drop down, lift up. Drop down, lift up. Well done. Last few here. Well done. Good. And let's do one last one. Drop down, lift up. Well done. Bring those feet back facing forward. Lovely. So we're going to bring those feet in a little bit more, back to that hip width distance from here. Okay, so that core's gently engaged. I'm going to bring one leg just in front of me here. I'm going to raise up into this hip flexion. So we're going to lift up and tap down. Lift up and tap down. Good. Keep that pelvis level, lift up and tap down. Good. So keep going here. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me a little bit clearer. So I'm going to lift up, tap down. So just keeping that leg at that hip height. It's not going any higher than that. The leg you're standing on is working hard to support you, so that knee should be soft. Now, if you can, we're going to lift up, extend the knee and lower the leg down straight. Lift up, extend the knee, lower it down straight. Good, lift, extend the knee, lower straight. And again, lift, extend the knee, lower down straight. Good. And again, lift up, extend the knee, lower straight. Well done. So nice and controlled through that leg and that core. Good. Just keeping up nice and tall. Lifting, extending that leg, lowering down. Well done. Now on this next one, we're going to lift up, extend the leg, hold it there, and do 8 little pulses if you can. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower that leg back to that start. Well done. Okay, so do the same on the other side. So opposite leg just in front. That pelvis nice and level here. And we're going to lift up and tap down. So core engaged, lift up, tap down. Good. And again, lift up, tap down. So just not going any higher than that hip height, remember, just as before, lifting and lowering. If that feels too high to go, just lower that leg a little bit. Good. Keeping up nice and tall, lengthen through the top of the crown of that head, lifting and lowering. Good. Now, as we did before, if you can, we're going to add in that extension of the leg. So we're going to lift, extend the leg, lower down straight. Lift up, extend the leg, lower down straight. And again, lift up, extend the leg, lower down straight. Lift up, extend the leg, lower down straight. Good. And again, lift up, extend the leg, lower down straight. Still breathing, not holding your breath as we're lowering that leg down. Well done. Nice and controlled, that core gently engaged. Lovely. We'll just do last few here. Extending and lowering. This leg's working hard to support you. That knee's soft. Well done. Good, and down. Now on this next one, we're going to lift up again if you can, extend the leg. I'm going to do 8 little pulses. So we go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower that leg back down. Well done, coming back to that start. Okay, so I'm going to come to the end of my mat. So we're going to do some roll downs into a downward dog in a second. So feet that hip width distance apart. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, curling down slowly, rolling down towards the floor. Take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, we're slowly going to peel back up, rolling up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly peeling back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling down, slowly curling down through that spine towards the ground. Soften the knees if you need to. Breath in here. As you breathe out, gently rolling back up into standing. Good. One last time, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling down towards the floor. Breath in here. Just sinking down. Now just hold this here, breath in. As you breathe out, sink down that little bit further if you can. Breath in and out. Good. Soften the knees. We're going to walk our hands down into this downward dog position. And we're going to stretch out our calves a little bit from here. So I want you to sink one foot down and then the other side. So just walking through those legs, sinking that heel down, side to side, dropping down, really dropping that foot down to stretch through the back of those calves, dropping and sinking that heel into the ground. Well done. So we're just stretching through those calves here. Well done. And then come back with those feet together. I want you to come up together with those toes, sink those heels down together. Come up onto those toes and sink those heels down together. And again, coming up and sinking down. Well done. Up onto those toes and then sink those heels down. One last time. Coming up and sinking those heels down. Good. And then we're going to lower those knees down into this 4-point kneeling position. And we're going to continue our class from here. Okay, so we're going to continue the class here in 4-point kneeling. So have those hands underneath those shoulders, elbows nice and soft from here, and knees are underneath those hips as well. Okay, so we're going to go into our plank position. So just want you to have your hands just a little bit further in front of you. Okay, so just another hand and a half in front. And we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, tuck those toes under, and we're going to lift up and reach forward. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forward. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. Okay, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forward. Extending those legs, breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. So we're going to carry on here. Reach forwards, breath in. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. Shooting those legs forwards, breath in. And lowering down. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to add some hamstring curls. So we're going to lift up, reach forward. Now hold this position, and we're going to flex at the knees, and we're going to do 8 more here. So we get 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in, and as you lower, come back down. Good. Let's do that again. So breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards, and then we're going to work those hamstrings. We're going to go each side, and let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in, and as you breathe out, lower back down from there. Very good. Now, we can either stay here on your hands, or I want you to come down onto your elbows from here. Okay, so we're going to work our legs a little bit more and get those glutes working as well. So we're going to breath in. As we breathe out, I want you to reach your leg away and then fold it back in. Reaching that leg away and folding back in. Still keeping that core engaged. Still keeping that control through the centre. And then folding in, reaching away. Good. Reaching away. If you can, breathe out as you reach away. Breathe in to fold back. Breathe out and in. Reaching the leg. Folding back. Good. Breathing out and in. Reaching that leg. Good. Keeping that control. Keep that neck long, so your kind of neck is looking down onto the mat there. That chin's tucked in. Well done. Reaching away, folding back. Good. One more here. Reach away. Now hold this position, and I want you to do a little circle around one way. Good. Circling around, still breathing in and out, and let's change direction, coming around, circling through, back to that centre, and then fold that leg back in. Well done. Okay, so we'll do the same on the other side. So we're going to reach the leg away, folding in, reaching away and folding in. Good. Reach the leg, fold back in. Well done. So still keeping that core engaged, keeping that control through that centre, reaching away, folding in. Breathe out as we reach away, breathe in as we fold in. Good. And breathing out and in. Very good. Keep that control. Feel those leg muscles working well done, particularly those bottom muscles. And back. Neck staying long, looking down at that mat. Well done. Last few here. Reaching away, folding in. Reach away, fold in. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to reach away, hold that position there. We're going to do a little circle around one way. Just circling around. Good. And let's change direction, circle the other way. Back to that centre, fold that leg in, fantastic. Let's drop down and stretch out into that child pose stretch. So just reach those hands away, drop that bottom down onto your heels, so really just sink that bottom down onto the heels, opening out through that back, just having a nice stretch here. So just breathe in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch just a little bit further. So breathing in, as you breathe out, relaxing down from there. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, sink down just that little bit further. Well done. Last time, breath in. And as you breathe out, sinking down a little bit further. Good. Well done. So walk those hands back up. Okay, so we're going to come down onto our sides now. So if you've got a little block, we can use that just to support your head, or a little pillow or towel at home. So just coming down onto your side, just going to pop that there just to keep my neck nice and long and a nice lengthened position. Okay, so keeping that core engaged from this here, those hips are stacked, I'm going to lengthen my legs out. And so from here, I'm going to raise my leg out to the side, okay? So I'm lifted out here. And I'm going to tap the leg forwards, and I'm going to tap it behind. Good. So tapping forwards, tapping behind. Now keeping that core engaged, tapping forwards and tapping behind. Good. Nice and controlled. Tapping forwards and tapping behind. Good. So really challenging that control a little bit. Well done. If that's a little bit tricky here, you can bend this lower knee just to give you that little bit more stability. Okay, so if that feels a little bit easier to do that, you can. So pick what's comfortable. We're tapping forwards, tapping behind. Good. Controlling that movement, keeping that core engaged, tapping forwards, well done, tapping behind. So really working this leg, controlling that movement, lovely. So tapping forwards and behind. Last few, good. Make sure you're not holding your breath, good. Just breathing in and out, tapping forwards and behind. Well done. And back. Last one here, tap forwards and behind. Well done. Back to that centre and lower that leg down. Good. Drop that leg in front, get that muscle a little rub if you need to. So let's just rest this top leg and we're going to lengthen through that lower leg. Flex the foot here and we're going to lift and lower through that inner thigh. So we're lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering here. Well done. So just working that inner thigh a little bit. Good. Lift and lower. So it's not a big movement, just lifting to where you're comfortable and lowering, just engaging, kicking in those inner thigh muscles. Good. And again, lifting and lowering. Good. And lower. Lift up and lower from here. Well done. And again, lifting and lowering. Last time, I'm going to lift, hold that there. Let's do 8 little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower that leg down. Well done. Okay, so let's just bend both legs back up again together here. I'm going to go into our side kick movement. So really challenge these glute muscles a little bit further. So we're going to lift this leg up to hip height. And I'm going to show you a couple of options here. So keeping this leg at that hip height level, we're going to glide the leg forwards and gliding it back. So gliding forwards, gliding back, all the while keeping that leg at that hip height level as you glide forwards and glide back. If that feels comfortable, we can straighten this leg and we glide forwards and glide back. So point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Point those toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. All the while keeping that leg at that hip height level, and we're keeping that control through that centre, core engaged. If you want to challenge it a little bit more, we can straighten the lower leg. So again, like we did before, that reduces that base of support. So just challenges that balance a little bit more. That little bit more stability required. So point forwards, flex the foot back. So just pick what's comfortable, either knee bent, one leg straight or both straight. Gliding forwards, but all the while keeping that leg at that hip height level. If you're finding it's dropping down towards the floor, make sure, look down, keep at that hip height level. Good. Glide forwards, gliding back. Good. Keeping that core engaged. We'll just do a few more here. Glide forwards, glide back. And again, gliding forwards, gliding back. Well done. Good. Glide forwards, glide back. And again, gliding forwards, gliding back. Well done. And one more, glide forwards, glide back. Back to that centre and lower that leg down. Well done, bend those knees up, give that muscle a little rub. Good, okay, so let's come over onto the opposite side, do the same again, even ourselves out. So we're going to come round, use that block with us or towel, whatever you're using, just to pop it under your head from here. Okay, so we'll bend those legs up just to start with from here. Good. So core engaged, that hips are stacked nice on top of each other, and then we're going to lengthen out through this top leg and lift it up. So as we did before, we're going to tap the leg in front and then tapping behind. Tapping in front and tapping behind. Good. Tapping in front. Now, as we said before, if you want to, you can straighten this lower leg, just challenging that balance a little bit more. Just pick what's comfortable. Core's engaged, and we're tapping in front and tapping behind. Good. Tapping in front and tapping behind. Lovely. So just working through this side glute muscle here. Really working those legs. Well done. Keeping that core engaged though, still keeping that centre controlled. Tapping in front and tapping behind. Well done. Tapping in front and tapping behind. A few more here and tapping behind. Well done. Tapping in front and tapping behind. Good. And back. Tapping in front and tapping behind. Well done. Last few. And back. One more here. Tapping in front and tapping behind. Well done. Lifting that leg, lowering back down. Oh, I'll bend that knee out, give that muscle a rub. Excellent. So drop that leg in front. Let's just give that a little stretch out here. So while we're resting and stretching this leg, we'll lengthen through that lower leg, flex the foot, and we'll do some inner thigh works here. So we're going to lift up that leg and lower back down. So we're just lifting and lowering through that inner thigh. Just going as far as you're comfortable. It's not a big movement, okay? So don't try and lift your leg too high. It doesn't go that far. So we're just lifting and lowering from here. Good. Still keep that core engaged as you're lifting and lowering. Well done. Lifting and lowering. Well done. Lift up and lower down. Good. Lifting and lowering. So core still engaged. Just lifting and lowering through that leg. We'll just do the last few here. Good. And on this next one, we're going to lift up that leg. We're going to hold it here and do 8 little pulses. So go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower that leg down. Well done. Okay, so let's from here, we're going to bend those legs back up again. We're going to do our side kick movement. So that core's engaged, those hips still stacked, and we're going to lift this top leg up to this hip height level. So just to start with, we're going to glide the leg forwards and gliding it back. Just imagine that table's there, it's gliding on the table and gliding back. Keeping that leg at that hip height, remember, that's the challenge, to really engage those glutes. Now, as we did before, if that's comfortable, we can straighten this leg, point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. So keeping that control as you're gliding forwards, gliding back. Good. If that feels comfortable, then you can straighten that lower leg as well. Remember, that just makes that base support a little bit less, so it's challenging that stability. If both legs are straight, you might find that that movement gets a little bit smaller, and that's fine, because it's better to control that movement a little bit smaller than be really wobbly and a bigger movement. So control that movement. Keep that leg at that hip height level as you glide the leg forwards and gliding it back. Gliding forwards and gliding back. All the while keeping that leg at that hip height level still. If it's dropping down a bit, just keep an eye on that. Really engaging those glutes. Good. Gliding forwards, gliding back. Still breathing in and out, not holding your breath as you're gliding forwards and gliding back. Well done. Just last few here. Keeping that control as you glide forwards and glide back. Well done. Good. Gliding forwards and gliding back. Well done. Let's do one more here. Glide forwards, glide back, and then back to that center. Bring those knees back up. Give that muscle a little rub. Very good. Okay, so we're going to lose that block now, and we're going to come round onto our backs. So we're going to come round and down onto your back from here. Okay, so let's just start with having our feet like hip width distance apart. Just to begin with, let's just tilt that pelvis forwards and back. So just dropping down, flattening that back, and finding that midpoint between those two movements, that pelvis in that nice neutral position from here. That core gently engaged, ribs soft, collarbones nice and wide. Okay, so arms relaxed down by your side. We're going to go into a bridge from here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that pelvis under, use those bottom muscles, lifting up into this bridge. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, walk that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into this bridge. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Very good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Good. Now either stay here if that's comfortable, or if you can, we're going to lift up into this bridge, and then we're going to reach one leg away, extending the leg, lowering back down, and then lower the spine. Good. We're going to alternate sides. So breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into this bridge. And we're going to reach the leg away, keep that pelvis level, lower the leg back down, and slowly on that out breath, peel back down onto the mat. Well done. Breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under. If you can, we can hold this position up here and extend both legs at the same time. Not at the same time, but one at a time each. That would be a trick. And then lowering back down. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Keep that pelvis level. If you extend the leg, don't let that bottom drop. Extending the leg and then lowering down. So either lower in between each leg, or you can just keep lifted while you raise each leg one at a time. Good. Lengthening through, keeping that pelvis level, that bottom engaged, and walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Good. And again, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up, pelvis level, lengthening if you can, and then slowly lowering back down. Good. Just do a few more here, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up, keep that bottom engaged, lengthen through, and again, and lowering down. Good. And again, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up, lengthen the leg, and the opposite leg, keep that bottom engaged and lower back down. Lovely. Let's do one last time, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up, lengthening out, and the opposite side, and then lowering back down. Well done. Let's bring those knees in, have a quick hug to stretch that out. So breathing in and out here. On the out breath, if you can, just give that a little sink down into that stretch, just to open out that little bit there. Well done. Breath in and out. Good. So let's just lower these legs back down one at a time. Okay, so we're going to work our legs a little bit more, our abdominals a little bit as well here with our cycling movement, okay? So we just engage that core. We're going to raise one leg into tabletop. Now we can just do this one leg at a time and we'll switch, or if you can, we're going to bring both legs up into double tabletop. So from here, we're going to reach our legs around and really imagine that you're cycling through the air. So we're really pulling through that air. So move those ankles as well, flex and point through those ankles. Good. So we're riding up a hill. So keep going. So pulling through the air, pulling through with those legs, keeping that core engaged, no tension through that upper body. As we're pulling through those legs through the air. Well done. So about a third of the way up the hill now, well done. Pulling through. Now if you're just doing one leg at a time, we can switch over in a second, but keep with that leg for the moment. So pulling through the air here, well done. Cycling those legs, nice and controlled. Moving through that movement, those knees, ankles, circling through, well done. Good. Okay, so we're about halfway up this hill, so if you're one leg, switch legs, otherwise keep going here. Well done. Keep going, climbing that hill, well done. Pulling through the air, lovely, moving those legs. Really good, not far to go, well done. Pulling through, now still breathing in and out, not holding that breath. Pulling through that movement, well done. Moving those legs through, keep that core engaged. We're almost at the top. Good. Well done. nearly there. Good, and one more, pull through each side, and then back to that centre. Well done. Bring those knees in, have a quick hug, and stretch that out. Well done. Okay, so we're going to lower these legs down one at a time from there. Okay, so let's just stretch our hamstrings out a little bit, but a little bit dynamically from here. So I want you just to lengthen one leg from here. And we're going to lift the leg up, flex the foot, lower it down. Lift it up, flex the foot, lower it down. So we're just lengthening through the leg, point to lift up, flex to lower. So just dynamically stretching that a little bit here, pointing up, flexing to lower. Good, point up, flex to lower. Good, and lower. Flexing and lowering. A few more here. Good, lifting and lowering. Just lengthening through that leg. Good, and one more. And lowering back down. Good, lower that leg back to the start. Do the same on the other side. So stretch that leg away from here. Still keep that core engaged. We're going to point lifting up, flexing, lowering. Point lifting up, flexing, lowering. Good. Pointing, lifting up, flexing, lowering down. Good. Point lifting up, flexing, lowering down. Very good. Still breathing in and out. Just stretching through that leg, through the back of the leg. Well done. And lowering. Pointing up, flexing, lowering. Very good. Pointing up, flexing, lowering. Last few. And let's do one more. Pointing up, flexing, lowering. Good. And bring that leg back to that start. Well done. Okay, so let's stretch out our bottom muscles. I'm going to put one foot onto the opposite knee here. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. If you can, we're going to bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable, and then we're going to hold this stretch. So we're going to take a breath in and out here. And on that out breath, just sink down into that stretch, just that little bit further. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, relaxing down that little bit further. Well done. And again, breath in. And as you breathe out, sinking down, just relaxing down that little bit further. Well done. And again, breath in. And on that out breath, just as far as you're comfortable, relax down. No tension to that upper body, just sinking down into that stretch, feeling that into that bottom upper thigh here. Well done. Good. And one more time, breath in. And as you breathe out, sink down into that stretch. Very good. We're going to lower that leg back down. We do the same on the other side, so opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And we're going to hold this stretch here. So just breathing in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch that little bit further if you can. Breath in and out, sinking down just that little bit further. Well done. Breath in and out. No tension in that upper body, just relaxing down into that stretch here. Well done. Breath in and out here. Good. And again, breath in. Sink down on that out breath if you can. Breath in and out. Very good. And then lowering those legs back down. Well done. So knees together, we're just going to arms out to the side or out to the side, be a bit wider if you can, and we're going to drop those knees over, turn your head to the opposite side, just opening out, and then bring those knees back up and then over to the opposite side. So turning that head if you can, bringing those knees back up and then dropping over, turning that head. So just opening out through that spine, coming back up and over to that opposite side. Well done. So dropping those knees over, turning that head, opening out through the spine, coming back up and over from there. So just enjoying this stretch, just opening out through that spine, just relaxing down into those movements. Good. Dropping down. Good. Relaxing through, just opening out that stretch. It's a nice stretch to do. Turning that head just to increase it slightly as we drop side to side. Well done. Last few here. And let's just do one last one each side. So dropping those knees over, turning your head, coming back up to that centre, and last time onto that opposite side. And then back to that centre. Good, bring those arms back down. Let's bring those knees in, have a quick hug just to finish off here. Just stretching out through that lower back, just breathing in and out. Just have a little rock here if you want to. Breathing in and out. On that out breath, just sink down that little bit further. Bringing those knees in a little bit closer to the chest, just as far as you're comfortable. So breath in and out. Good. Breathing in and out from here. Well done. And again, breath in and out, sinking down. Well done. Last time, breath in and out, sinking down. And then just going to lower those legs down one at a time. Fantastic. Okay, so we come back round and we're finishing the class. Very good. So I hope you've enjoyed the class today. So we've really worked through those legs with both stretching and strengthening movements. And I hope you see you again next time.